for Basil. Another round of applause for Ryan, huh? Yeah. All right, that $5 I paid that girl. Paid off. But we are creating a good thing for Royal Stage, and we're trying to make it multicultural. I am half Korean and half Irish. So where are my people at? We'll meet up later. No, it was different growing up Korean Irish, because they would tell us stories like at the end of every rainbow was a pot of kimchi. For breakfast we had rice. But in our rice we had green clovers, blue diamonds, and purple horseshoes. They were magically delicious. I guess that was really weird though with the family reunions, because the Irish side would be drinking all the liquor, and the Korean side would be selling it to them. It's crazy. I've heard stories about my mom and dad, how they met. Like my dad, he wanted to marry a beautiful, exotic Asian wife, and my mom wanted a green card. Love right there. No, I guess there was some trouble at the wedding though. So at the end of the wedding, the Irish side started throwing rice. Korean side got mad. They started throwing baked potatoes. After a party like that, though, people cannot drink it up and get crazy. You got a big decision to make that night. You gonna drive home with the drunk Irish guy or the sober Korean? Taxi. No. That's a stereotype that, be perpetuated by my mom. She's driving along, she's a yellow light, that means all Asians, go, go, go! Crazy. I remember she's driving along and she'll pop on the hazard lights. Okay, what are you doing? And she's like, it's up there. I know I'm supposed to turn. This could be left, could be right. I don't know. I just want them back there to know something's gonna happen. I don't know, growing up with my mom, though, she's compared me to other kids all the time, and I hate that. She was always like, how come you can't be like Billy Lee? He gets a straight A's. He's the captain of the math team. He's full Korean. It's crazy. She's like, oh, it's not fair, I remember the one day Billy Lee got arrested for selling drugs at school. Praise God. So, no, don't take that out of context. I'm just saying prayer works. Anyway, so I ran home and I was like, hey, Billy Lee got arrested for selling drugs at school. Without missing a beat, my mom's like, he has a job too? Fair. No. So I used to live in LA, and I moved up to Sacramento area, and I was like, woo, this is cool. Yeah, I got relatives from the South. I'm from the Midwest originally, and I just felt at home here, because I thought, wow, there still is a place in California where having a mullet's okay. I found it up here. It's just, I can still get my Roadhouse hair. Go.
Blake Forrest Frank.
What was it?
Blake Forrest Frank.
Blake?
Forrest Frank.
Florence Frank? I don't know who.
He brought it back.
He brought it back? Okay. I don't know if he brought it back, but people I see, it never went away. It's just been there in hiding, just waiting. just under a trucker hat, just ready to go any minute. No, it is. It's nice being up here. I don't know what it is. I think in LA, everybody tried so hard not to age. They don't want to be old or anything. Maybe I was like that too. I don't know. Moved up here, and I think I aged 2 decades, like really fast. Again, I don't know what it's. And you guys up here, I don't know. The people up here, you got all these trails and everything. That always training for the Ironman. Some guy's like, oh, I hurt my shoulder. I was like, how'd you hurt your shoulder? I was training for the Ironman. I was doing some laps and swimming. Oh man, I don't know how to compare these guys. Sitting over there like, oh, I hurt my neck. And they're like, what happened? I was like, I was watching Iron Man. I fell asleep wrong. I don't know what to do. Getting older too. It's just happening. Can't stop it. It's inevitable for all of you. Almost. Yeah. Unless you buy a bottle of water. No. I don't know. My knee's out, going down. I think if my knee could talk, it would say, could you lose some weight? I think that's what it would say. It actually says that. So, can you lose some weight? And you hear it squeaking. I know. That's the thing though. I gotta lose weight. That's the main thing. So I go to the doctor, get a checkup and everything. And okay, so I don't know, anybody in the medical field here? Anybody doctors or anything like that? Oh, that's right. Yeah. And let me tell you, I don't know what kind of like classes are for like bedside manner. I don't know if that's the class everyone skips or whatever it is. But I don't have like, I guess I don't have like great insurance. I'm not working for the company. I am not the CEO. I don't have the C-suite or anything like that. So when I go to the doctor, that battery of tests, guy gets the paper. I'm sitting there, just sitting there with him. I don't know if he notices I'm there. He looks at the paperwork, he goes, I can't believe you don't have diabetes. I'm like, I'm sorry. Did you lose a bet or something? Like what? What happened? Like he's all with the nurses. All right, he's got diabetes. $20. I don't know what it is. And nowadays too, like you get to some of the places and your medical professional is larger than you, and they're like, you really gotta lose some weight. I know a guy I can help. He can help you out with nutrition. I'm like, do you call him? You ever think about? But I know I gotta lose weight. I got a buddy of mine who's really on it. He's always like, you gotta lose weight, man. But he never comes up to me, because he's like, you're gonna die, you know that, right? But he never comes up with like heart disease or cholesterol or anything like that. This is his rationale. He's like, what if you're driving home late one night and your car spins out of control, flips around, flings you out of the car, next thing you know, you're hanging from a cliff. Like, I don't live near a cliff. I don't know what you're talking about. Doesn't matter, you're hanging from a cliff and you don't have enough arm strength to pull yourself to safety. So I'm like, you know what? Every time I work out, I get really sore. So if that first day I'm working out, I drive home, my car spins out of control, flips around, flings me out of the car, next thing you know, I'm hanging from a cliff. Now normally I would have enough arm strength to hold myself there till help arrived. But because I worked out that day, fall to my death. I can't take that chance. My philosophy is no pain. He's on me though. He's like, oh, your body's a temple of God. What are you doing? I'm building a mega church. gym too. It's weird because people pay like thousands of dollars for these designer clothes. They get sweaty and grimy. It's crazy. They got like a leopard print. The cleavage is all pushed up. They got that G-string. Then you should see the women. What's happening? Go there. The guy's either got a shaved head or a perm. Because his bicep will not allow him to comb his hair. Working out. I remember one time I went to the gym. I was like, okay, let's do this. So I was on the treadmill, right? I was just sweating away. And then I turned it on. Instructions. So anyway, I'm moving along, kind of just looking around, and I look over. I see this guy really pale and sweaty. Looks like he's gonna keel over any minute. And then we make eye contact. So now like he's my responsibility. I'm like, oh. Hey, does everybody notice that there is a mirror over there? I need more sun. I don't know. I'm worried too, like, what if I'm eating or something and I start to choke? I need the Heimlich maneuver or something. I got 2 daughters, and there's no way. They just be like, Dad's dead. So we have drills to like, they have to call the neighbors. They're like, everybody get in here! My dad's choking again! Surround him, join hands. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Do it again, it was like a whole potato. Go do it! Gotta sell t-shirts, hands across Braun. Looking good. Try to diet. I don't know. I'm on this diet. It's called Paleo Ozempic. And it's the cheater diet. Going on all these diets. Every diet fad. I think I was in it. Remember the Atkins, where then Atkins died? And they had to change the name. It's not Atkins. We don't do Atkins. We don't do the death Atkins. That's not ours. He is losing a lot of weight right now. He's still working. That's how good Atkins is. Even in your sleep, you're losing weight. That's my big fear, though. That at some point, like when the rapture comes, God's gonna be like, you're too heavy. Lord, you can do anything. Nah, the real Hebrew, I gave a height-weight ratio. You gotta read the right scriptures. That'd be the worst. I don't know. Getting into there. I don't know if you guys know, so working out, getting in shape, you do that to look good, and the whole Ozempic thing, I worry about you ladies, because you ladies, the industry really comes down on you guys. It's coming into the guy thing too, where they want you to do like medical surgery and all these different things, like the collagen injections to look good. Because that's what men want right there. Want to marry those ladies who look like a kiss beehives and stuff, yeah. Some of you ladies are smart though, you just take a little lipstick and draw a little bit on the outside. Nobody will notice. Like the master of disguise. Guys are walking in, hey, wonder if she can make me a balloon animal. Because you're so nice just standing up for this fictitious clown lady. She walks out of the room. You guys are mean. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. What about this? Where you guys shave the eyebrows off and then draw them in however you want. does that happen? What if something happens? You have to emote. You're like, I can't believe that happened. I'm so surprised right now. So surprised. You know what? That makes me kind of angry. So angry. I use the bold. The worst is now Botox. You ever heard Botox? That's where they take botulism and they inject it into the face to deaden or paralyze the muscles so you don't get wrinkles. Ah! Think about this for a minute. I can't understand women as it is. And now you're gonna take away facial expressions? Could you imagine? You're like, hey, I'm gonna go out with the guys tonight. Is that okay? Does it look like it's okay? I don't know, maybe if you just tap your foot once for yes, two for no. No. Real quickly, so I had, growing up in my parents' house, we had these people from Korea come and stay with us. And it was kind of funny because we referred to them as the Korean people. It was correct. But they would get into our stuff and everything. My mom would get all mad. She's like, I don't know, these just Korean people. They just come, they leave their clothes on the floor. They don't do dishes. They should go back to their own country. The worst was they were eating my Cheetos. I was like, hey, did you eat my Cheetos? And they're like, no, no, no. And I was like, yeah, you did. Because I could see that the tips of their chopsticks all orange. Thank you guys, that's my time. Bring up Gonzo. Oh, just before I go, I wanted to say that yes, Royal Stage, I performed here in the Tuck Everlasting tonight. And for those of you who've seen it, yeah, I played Angus. Because I think it was because I walked up and they were like, oh, you look like an Angus. And they had me come in and stuff. But I think for the type of environment that came in, because I'll just say this, I'm not a good singer. I'm not good at any of that stuff. And everybody was so great. Everybody could piecemeal it and help me learn every little thing that I needed to learn how to do, how to see in the dark. I don't know if you guys know. You gotta do it, you gotta dance, you gotta sing, there's like the ninja stuff you gotta learn to not die when you're going through the winds there. Changing clothes with everybody, that's mine, I don't know. You come out, you're in a dress, I did it wrong. It's so many things, but I gotta tell you, the experience was great, especially that I was able to come and like hang out with my kids and do it and everything. And I do feel like I was kind of tricked. They're like, you should audition, and I was like, sure, why not? I was like, I figured I'll audition, and they'd be like, nice try, buddy. They're like, you're it, and I was like, what happened? And so I actually sang a song, and so everybody helped with that. So I don't know if anybody saw it. There's probably video footage. You guys can look to it. So you guys want to make sure that you give to support them because they need auto-tune. All right, thank you guys so much.
One more time for Ron. Thank you for the Botox bit. You know, I'll be 63 next month. I have never used Botox. That's because I believe in the freedom of expression. Listen, folks, you know her and you love her, but I can't believe, honestly, that Carrie even asked me to open for her. So I'm really privileged that, she's performing and I came and I introduced her. But before I do, I never closed out a show myself, ever. Nobody asked me to. And for a long time I was thinking, well, maybe because I'm new at this, maybe I'm not funny, maybe I don't have long enough sets. But then it hit me, that's not why. It's because I am an Arab, nobody wants me to be headliner. Thank you. Thank you. Took a little bit. But seriously, I did open for Chappelle, Chris Rock, and Seinfeld, yeah. When I was a doorman in New York. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for our headliner tonight? You know her, you love her. She's been on The Tonight Show 26 times, but most importantly, she's a mom of 2 girls that perform on this stage. Please, welcome to the stage, Carrie Pomerelli!
Give it up. Bring in the diversity. Royal stage. We should get affirmative action points for that. You guys, how you doing? How you guys doing? Hello. You guys ready to party? We're gonna stay up till 8 o'clock, you guys. Yeah. Then I'm going home to watch Golden Girls with the old people. Anybody watch even if you're a kid, did you ever watch the show Golden Girls with your grandma? Old people. Do you watch Golden Girls now and realize they don't look old to you? Has anyone like that? Parents, have you ever watched Golden Girls with your kids and realized they're inappropriate? Blanche. She's my favorite. But no, I'm so happy to be here. I'm a proud stage mom of Royal Family Performers. I'm such a big fan, and I met Tammy. Where is she? Is she here? Did she leave? Are you here, Jamie? I love you, girl. I love you. It's like they're just so like loving and inclusive, and it's to a fault. They let Ron sing a solo. But anyways, we're just so grateful. I don't want to make fun of the other people. That's wrong. That's wrong. But no, it's just been a wonderful experience, and I'm just happy to be here. And I mean, Tammy, thank you for giving us a chance. You haven't like seen a lot of my live comedy. You've seen me like once, and it's scary because like you guys do stage shows with scripts and they're vetted, and she let these crazy comedians come on stage, but she had to ask me like, don't be offensive, okay? Like don't be offensive. You know, like we've just gone through a pandemic, and this is where we're bringing theater back. We cannot offend the audience. And I've been doing this a very long time. I was like, girl, I got you. I am not an offensive comedian. But, so who'd you guys vote for? Anybody want to that? Okay. No, is that too soon? Does anybody have COVID right now and need prayer? I'm just wondering, did anybody? I just want to know who you were. I've had COVID so many times I tour. I've had COVID so many times. I literally had it in 2025. I had it and I was like so mad because my church would not give me a meal train. And then they said they weren't doing that anymore for COVID. And so I told them I had polio. And so, and then the doctor, like seriously, I had to go to like online doctor and the COVID. I'm like, I tested positive for COVID. She's like, you have to quarantine for 36 hours. 36 hours, you guys, I'm a single mom. 36 hours, no, I'm gonna give you $20 and you're gonna say it's 40 days. Okay, you're gonna tell my kids I need to go to Maui where the air is cleaner. You can't trust the government here, but yes. I know, it's good to talk about our doctor. Talking about all his doctors, and my doctor is in the audience tonight, you guys. My friend Ruth Haskell. She's in the audience. Yeah. Are you here? Yeah, are you taking patients? Yes. She's a gynecologist. I don't know what kind of the interview that would be. If you, I don't know what kind of you have a vagina. Or even if you think you have a vagina. It's 2025. We're not judging. Sorry, Tammy. But she's we have friends. She's my favorite doctor. She's my gynecologist. We have really meaningful conversations while I am in stirrups. It's fine, you guys. And I can't go into all the details, but you guys, because there's kids here. But I'm not going to talk about her anymore, but I did go to an urgent care OBGYN, which you should never do when you find them on Groupon. And I'm not going to tell you where I went, but it rhymes with Folsom Urgent Care. So I'm not going to tell you. But I am a woman of a certain age, and I need my doctor to not walk in and look like she had just graduated from preschool, okay? It was a really scary experience for me. She wanted to put her exam on Instagram, and it was just bad. It was bad. So Ruth, you're over 30, I'm over 30. Let's leave it at that. We have meaningful the compliments that you give someone when they're your patient, you're an OBGYN. I mean, you have to think of new things to say. We won't. That's for the after show. Anyway, I promised Tammy. And Tammy and I are friends, and I'm so glad. But she's younger than me. Tammy's younger than me, and she she's a millennial, and I don't know if there's anybody older than millennials here. Are there people that are older than millennials? She doesn't know how to use her phone. She keeps it on silent, and I hate it when they only want to text you. Like, you have friends that only want to text you, and I don't know how to text them. I hate technology, and I really do. And so my daughters got me many years ago the talk to text app, okay? But I'm still really bad at voice texting, and if I voice text you, there's a good chance you think I am drunk, okay? Because I don't use grammar. And also, the app does not always work. And it was really bad when I first got it. Do you guys remember when you first got that app and you're talk to texting and it's supposed to text what you say, all right? Okay, this is bad. Like, so I was texting the kindergarten teacher one time and I said, "Thank you, Mrs. Rabbitchuck. It's gonna be a great year." And what it texted, Ruth, you're gonna love this. It texted, "I hate my mother and I have a yeast infection." And so it was like, and then parents, to this day, have you ever been talk to texting in your car and then you're yelling at a kid and you don't know that it keeps texting and it keeps texting and then you look at your phone and you're going to jail? Like, you're definitely, like, I was texting a realtor one time and I was like, "Thank you, Mr. Johnson. I look forward to working with you. Don't make me come back there. I will spank you so hard you won't even know your name. Oh, you don't believe me? I'm coming over right now." There is no spanking emoji. Like, you can't get out of it. There's no vegetable for that. There's nothing. And he wrote me back. He's like, "Thank you, Miss Pomeroy. I'm looking forward to it." And I'm like, you know what? If he had money, we would be married. But no. So if you haven't figured it out, I'm single. Thank you. Where are we going? Any single people here tonight? Any single people? Where do you guys want to go? Walmart? What are we doing? I don't know, Orange. I don't know, Citrus Heights. Where are we going? Sprouts? Yeah. I really do want to meet Amanda in more of a high-end store because I got hit on at the Dollar Tree the other day. And, oh, I'm sorry, $1.25 can't handle it. It's a government conspiracy. I am not paying $3 for Dr. Pepper soda, okay? I cannot do it. If you want to picket something, you picket the prices at the $1.25. Oh, I'm sorry, $4. It's very upsetting. It's very upsetting. But so I was at the, whatever we want to call it, and this guy is like looking at me, and he had a nice suit on, and I'm like, "Hello," and he said hello, and then we went to the next aisle, and I was like very excited because he was super attractive, and then I looked at his basket, and he was buying ham, and I was buying turkey, and we were not a match because we're both so broke that we're buying imitation meat at the $1.25. Like, that is never gonna work. I need to be at Sprouts. I need to be at Sprouts when he's buying like the $27 olives. That's who I'm looking for, okay? Maybe a KP Market if I'm going Asian, but I'm just saying. I'm not doing Sprouts. I'm totally. So, but I mean, and I don't, you know, dating is so complicated and all my God. You need to go online. I did go online in my 20s, and I did go on eHarmony when it was like new and trendy. And don't even start to judge me, Citrus Heights, because some of you look familiar on this. And so, 90% that is Red Dog 123 in the background. I'm totally fine. It didn't work out, but. Like, I was terrible in online dating because they were like, "Where do you want to go to first date?" I was like, "If we met online, we're going to the police station to get fingerprinted, right?" And like, men would write me and they had names like Dark Horse. And I was like, "Dude, you're still in prison," you know? And the thing is, that was like 15 years ago, and I'm not as picky as I used to be. I would totally date a guy in the joint because he would be good at crafts. And he would work out every day. And I would know where he is every night. And I feel... That's why I just hang out at Folsom Prison when they're coming out. I'm like, "What were you in for? You got any money on the outside?" You know, I'm just saying, like, normal questions. And then some of my friends met on Our Time, right? I don't know. Like, my friend met her hot boyfriend, by the way, on, can I say that? I mean, I just outed you that you met him online, Marianne. But he's super good looking, and he's a farmer. He's a real farmer. Farmers Only. She met him on Farmers Only. And he has job security. And so, but no, I just, like, I don't think and my friends are like, "When you get a little older, you could go on Our Time." And I was like checking out the merchandise on Our Time. Now, if you don't know what Our Time is, that's like for the 50 and over. And there was this one guy, and I saw his profile, and it was called "See You Next Tuesday." And I was like, "You're not gonna make it, bro." Like, but if he had money, I was totally open. And so, So I'm a comedian, you guys, and the front row's feeling really sorry for me. I'm joking, okay? I'm joking. I am a single mom, that part is true, but comedians, we exaggerate. So I don't want you guys to email me later, sad emojis. I have a man in my life, okay? I do. He's amazing. Clap for that, yes. He is, I don't even know my dog, he's amazing. I've never even shared this with you. We've been together 3 years, and we are madly in love, and he is a dentist, and I am so in love with him, and he loves me, and he and I see each other every 6 months on the dot at his office. It is so romantic. He sends me postcards, and he signs them. He's like, I miss you. And he's really conservative. He's never kissed me, but he always leans in like he's gonna do it, you know. I'm like, put the medal away, you know, but I don't know if we're compatible because he's still a masker. And it's just like, now some of you think that's really sad, and some of you old people are like, he can prescribe. And so, I'm really just at an age where I'm looking for a man who has a pension and doesn't snore. I'm just really like, what'd you say? Doesn't exist. She got one. Yeah, the farmer over there, I haven't asked about, does he snore? You're not married, you should have known that, Marianne. Okay, you should not know that. I don't care how old you are. That's a good Catholic girl from St. Francis over there, okay? Save room for Jesus, you're very close. And so, maybe. I can know, if he snores and he's rich, he can have his own room, okay? That's what I'm saying. Like, I think there should be a dating app for old people, and it just says, what are your food allergies and what do you watch on Netflix? Because really, what else are we gonna be doing, all right? I want a man who likes Cobra Kai. That's all I care about. And some of you kids, if you don't know Cobra Kai, you need to go home and watch it with your family. It's a beautiful love story about a boy named Johnny who lost a karate match in high school, and then he became an alcoholic. Because that's what happens when you lose, okay? That's what happens. Because you don't have an Asian man like Mr. Miyagi in your life. But I'm just saying. But I mean, there's a lot going on in the world today, Tammy. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get political. I am. Tariffs. We cannot tariff China. There, I said it. I got these pants on Temu, and I need Temu because they're charging shipping now. They're charging shipping. I cannot go back to Amazon. Amazon wants money. They want me to pay for stuff. Temu's like, spin the wheel. It's free. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. It's 1,000% off. Shipping is $400, but spin the wheel. I want a man who loves me the way Temu does. Temu emails me in the middle of the night. They're like, I was just thinking about you, and you want those shoes. I know you want those shoes. They were free. Now we will pay you to buy them. I love Temu. We can't. And listen, we got snacks over there, and you listen to me, every one of you. I want you to go up there and you buy some snacks because RFK is coming for everything that is on that table. RFK is coming for our candy. He is coming for our entire childhood. Anybody who grew up, you're never gonna have Fruity Pebbles again. It's just gonna be Pebbles, okay? It's just gonna be Jacks, all right? We're never gonna have any fun, and I don't care. I love Red Dye number 9. I love it. I love it. I love it. You can call it ADD. I call it happiness. Okay? I call it joy. I love high fructose corn syrup. I love it. I love it. I love it. I was raised on that, and I'm never giving it up. And if he takes it, it's gonna be at the $1.25 tree. Okay? We will always have our happiness. I'm telling you, we can't let him do it. We're gonna have to go to Canada to buy our snacks, but you know what? They did it first, and they took the chemicals out, and I was just in Toronto on tour, and I ate some of their candy, and it tastes like broken dreams. That's what it tastes like. I had some of their gummies, I think they were Canadian bacon, they were called CBD, and it was like, I was still hungry. You can't let him do it. You have to be the resistance. A lot going on in the world. Southwest is charging for bags now. What? That's like going on a date with Elon Musk and finding out he's broke. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, everybody's all talking about drama with Elon and he's so weird. I'm like, why do we expect Elon Musk to have a good personality? He spends his time trying to get off the earth, okay? Like his whole life is trying to get to Mars. Why do we expect him to have a good personality? All right, like you can have rich or be a good personality. Like I don't, and I will go for rich. And so, yes, clap for that, teenagers. I don't. But are you together? Are you a couple? No. Oh my gosh. Like literally, the Red Sea just like parted. There is some tension going on, and I am sensing a rom-com later, Tammy. I'm just thinking, like, we hate each other, and then... No. Okay, I know you're taken. Yeah, so who's this? This is not the girl. Okay, you know what happens in the beginning of the movie, in the rom-com, when they're like, no, I would never. Okay, just give him an hour and a half, or I will say, like... We all know who that is. I just totally offended your girlfriend, by the way. She's here. I'm very sorry. That's okay. I'm a mom. I understand relation. Now he's texting her. He's like, I didn't tell the comedian that. And I'm sorry we're not sitting together. I don't want, you know. Is she here? Is she here? No. So who's that? Are you friends? Are you like theater friends? Because what happens in theater stays on Facebook. Okay, so I'm a theater kid. I got my college degree, you guys, in musical theater. Yes, that cost $40,000. Go blue, baby. I'm majoring in waitressing. I am amazingly super talented. So whenever I order at Subway, I have to do like jazz hands, just to like use my degree. And so, and you know you have a theater kid if you go to parent-teacher conferences at school and they're like, hey, your kid's grades are spiraling into a black hole, but they're really social, right? That is a theater kid, and they're gonna live with you when they're 40. It's fine. It's fine. I have 2 theater kids. I'm the mom of 2 theater teenage girls. I know. I love them when they're sleeping. I really do. Because being the mother of a teenage girl is like living with the prom queen, and everybody else in the house is a big fat loser, right? You're a big fat loser. You just like leave the food at the door. I just go and I knock on the door, and I'm like, hi, remember me? I'm mom. I was thinking we could eat together. You don't want to eat? Okay, it's fine. And then you can't look them in the eye because you catch on fire. It's so like. And my older daughter and I, we love to hang out once a year at Costco. And so I was shopping with Lucy, and Janet Jackson came on, you guys. Janet Jackson came on, and like Gen X people, when Janet Jackson comes on, what happens? Like a little bit of this? Okay. Gen Z, do you know what I'm doing, or do you think I'm having a seizure? Okay. It's just a parents, if you have good parents, you know. Okay, so Janet Jackson's on, and I'm just doing this, right? And so she's horrified, and she's like, Mother, stop it. I was like, stop what? Stop what? She's like, stop it. You're embarrassing me. I was like, what did you just say? Do you want to see here? I'll show you. Why do they think that they invented drop it like it's hot? I'm like, how do you think you got here, sweetheart? And look, our generation judges too. I'm gonna be honest. My friend Constance is here, and she knows what I told the story. So when I came to Sacramento, my friend Constance invited me to the Sacramento Christian Singles Mixer. Where are you, Constance? You know you did. Where are you? That was what it was called, and you were like, it's gonna be wild and crazy. And it started at 4 p.m. That was my first trip. Okay, it started at 4 p.m. And I got the address, and I was new to Sacramento, and I walked in, and it was at the Elks Lodge Senior Center. Now listen, honey, I'm not saying I looked around, and all the food was very soft, okay? I was like, everything was in little cups. And so I'm like, all right. I'm not saying I was like the youngest one there, but I was the only one without a cricket phone. And so it felt good to be the prom queen. You know, it was great. And like me and Constance were like whooping it up. And you know, and so this guy, he came and he asked me to, he came and he rolled up and he asked me to dance in his walker. And I was like, well, I assume it's gonna be a slow one. And so we were slow dancing to Careless Whisper. And I was judging him. I was judging him because he's a boomer. He's probably 30 years older than me. And I was like, you're not cool. And so I was like slow dancing, thinking like I'm doing him a favor. And then he starts talking about the 60s and how he dropped out of high school to go on tour with Led Zeppelin. Okay, and he started to get more attractive. And then he started telling me about this banking career that he had. And I was like, well, okay, tell me more. And then he started talking about his pension. And so the wedding is in July. And like we can't put a limit on love. You know what I'm saying? Like, does he snore? Well, because I love Jesus Christ, I don't know that yet. Because I'm so But you know, at our age, we can be a date that can start snoring, like in the car, right? There's no limit on snoring at any point. But you guys are fun. The last thing I'm going to share is I love that there's parents here, and I love that we're here with our kids and everything. The most important lesson that I can teach you guys about parenting is we can't let them win. And that's the most important thing. We can't let them win. We have to stand our ground. And about 6 months ago, are you cheering for the parents or are you cheering for the kids? You're cheering for the parents. You're just trying to get in good with me because I just embarrassed you and your girlfriend's going to find out on Instagram that you're sitting next to this stranger girl who's like you're appalled by, but really not. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole theater thing. I see the plot. Okay. It's fine. Tammy, it's a meek. You read the script. Okay, so it's fine. They're like, we're just seeing other people. We just had to sit together. And it was like horrible. But was it? Okay, anyway, look, he's texting her again. I'm just joking. All right. So here's what happened. My 16-year-old daughter found my teenage diary. That's right, Marianne. That's right. We had it. We wrote it down because we're idiots, okay? We wrote it down. We didn't have any reason to go to jail. These kids and their technology, you have all the evidence online. You have everything you've ever done online. You could all get in trouble. And all these kids with their technology, they're like, I was totally stalking him online. You don't know how to stalk someone, kids. You don't know how to stalk someone. If you love someone, you get on your 10-speed bike and you ride past their house at 1 o'clock in the morning, over and over and over. And then you hide in the trunk of their car. Okay, that is love. Okay, so listen. She found my diary. I don't know why why did we write it down? Why? Was I trying to get a job at Cosmo? Like, I don't understand. And so she's looking at me like she won. And I said, that's right. That is your mother's diary. That is every terrible thing that your mother has ever done. Read it. Read it. But you can't because it's in cursive. And that's how we're going to communicate in the old folks home. We're going to do like an SOS, right? But you guys are full. Can we have a round of applause for all the comedians tonight? Where are you? Are you here? Come on up here. Come on up. Give a round of applause for Ronnie. I saw you in Puck Everlasting, and I thought you did a wonderful job. And I don't know if you know this, he has been a writer for Jimmy Kimmel Live. He's toured with, like, I don't know, Weird Al Yankovic. You've done like a lot of good things, and I just think like you're underappreciated, and I just wanted to say a few nice things about you.
So sweet. Well, you guys heard that she's on the Tonight Show 29 times. She's performed with Jim Carrey on the Tonight Show, yeah. She's been on the cover of Today's Christian Woman. She's a cover girl, yes. The Guidepost. She's been on several documentaries. She's written movies for Hallmark. She's very pretty.
You forgot skinny.
Oh. And she's skinny. She's very skinny. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but she is my ex-wife. So everybody's like, what? Like it just happened. Okay, so anyway. Just this show. No. So I just want to make sure that I said everything nicely according to the court order. could just initial that for the judge, so I could get that to him.
Yes.
That'd be
I
great.
just didn't want you to think I was being mean to him for no reason. I wasn't making fun of Ryan. I could make fun of him because I married him and then divorced him. And so, and we don't want to glorify divorce. We're like, where's the married people at? Make some noise. Make some noise. Love you. Where's the divorced people at? Anybody want to go? I don't want to glorify divorce. I don't. But okay, are you divorced in the front row? You're married. But why did you clap for divorce?
Just don't answer!
There's
Just
a lot-
don't answer!
There's a lot.
Go to sleep!
Wait, there's a lot. Oh, dang, he's gone. He left. Wait, but where did the guy go? Sam, why are you in the back row? You can't handle it? You can't handle being in the front row at the comedy show? You don't know what else is going to come out of my mouth? And you're going to have a girlfriend in about half an hour. Okay, so you're married to him. Then why'd you clap for the divorce? Oh, I get it. Okay, but now you're married. Where'd you meet? Which one? No, I'm seriously interested. Like, cause he's super cute. And you met a Christian straight male on Tinder? Give this woman an award. Okay.
I've been trying some online dating too, but at ARP is pretty good. So you guys will do that. A lot of Denny's dates at around 3 p.m.
But I mean, I don't want to brag. I don't want to brag because divorce sucks. It does. But when you are single, there are perks. Like, I'm gonna go home tonight and I'm gonna watch Netflix with my own remote control. And I have a heating pad and I'm going to put the air conditioning at 78. And it's gonna be amazing because it's my room and I can do whatever I want. So that's just the perks. I can do whatever I want.
And I can go to a late night drive-through like Jack in the Box, and I don't have to make up some story about there being traffic, and I don't have to hide the wrappers.
Yes. And that is literally a true story. That literally happened. But so we got divorced.
You said we weren't gonna.
I know, but you know what? Okay, wait. Like, we are royal family parents, and I promised I would do this. One of our precious daughters is in the audience tonight, and would it be okay if she came on stage?
Yeah.
Yes. And now that she's on stage, it's now a tax write-off. So we're so proud of you. And I love that Royal Stage is so amazing and everybody gets a part. And like, it was scary the first time, she would audition for things because we didn't know that like every single person was getting in, and she's been in other plays. And I just appreciate, Tammy, your kindness to my daughter, because I'm all about kindness and inclusivity and everybody being equal, I really am. And what do I say to you every time you audition for a play?
I'm better than everybody else.
You are better than everybody else. Just Jesus and humility. Just hope. That's what I said to you.
Now I know why I got cast. Tammy's like, cast him. I don't want to talk to Carrie.
No, he actually auditioned for that show as a joke because he said, I'm going to embarrass the girls and say I'm going to audition, and he thought they'd be horrified. And they're like, do it, Daddy. And I was like, I just walked out of the room. But you did it. It was really,
You got a solo. Joke's on you, buddy.
Yeah. You know what? I thought he was really good. I thought he was really
I'll tell you what, again, teamwork, power of prayer.
good. Yeah.
And
And you
the
filled
sound
out-
guy just
You filled
putting it
out
in.
the long johns like no man I've ever seen. That is
I did not
Angus.
expect to do that.
That is an Angus.
Just so you know, the Royal Stage calendar, Mr. January.
Yes. And we actually had 2 Asians in the show because I met the other one. He's over there. Yeah. So anyways, we were divorced a long time ago, 2014, and we have not been on stage in almost 11 years. And this year we got back on stage together. It's just like, now we're actually doing tour in Dallas, which is crazy. I thought we'd catch on fire if we did a show.
Yeah, it's you think we're never
No,
yeah,
no.
it'll never happen
No.
again. And then time passes.
Yeah.
You kind of mature, and inflation hits.
The tariffs.
Trump tariffs go on, and you're like, thank you, Donald Trump, for putting us back
Yeah,
together.
because we need the money. And so, and if he does a marriage tax cut, we're totally getting remarried. We are, totally. No, I'm kidding. In the words of Taylor Swift, we're never, ever, ever get back together. I don't think so. I don't think, this is the most heckling crowd, and you are not even drinking. You don't do this in Talk Everlasting. You're not like, hey guys, love the long time. Like, I don't know. Tammy, I don't know what kind of theater etiquette this is, but they are all hyped up on some Red Dead I'm scared of this crowd. I don't know what's going on. I've got some bar crowds that I'm not as scared of. But so, I don't know, I feel like we did get married, but I want the young people to learn from us, because we got married for the wrong reasons. Love. And that is not a reason. You got married for old money, girls. I'm just saying, and boys, let's be equal. Because I married a comedian with no car, and now our kid's dental plan is 2 on the other side. It's just really sad.
People would always ask us, oh, what's it like, having 2 comedians in the same house?
I was like, ask the cops. They were always there. Said too much. They get sad. If we tell too much of the truth, they're like, ooh, sad. But I remember when I called my mother, is that what we're talking about? Can I tell that story? I called my mother, and she was so excited, because I was single for a long time. And she's from the South. Do you have any Southerners here? And I don't mean Orange Trail, but Southern. Anybody from the real South? Texas. Yeah, okay, yeah. For Texas, I love your country. And so, my mother's very Southern, and if you have a daughter and she's still single and she's over the age of 12, that is a terminal disease in the South. And so I finally told her, I said, I'm getting married. I met the man of my dreams, I'm getting married. She's like, oh, praise God, I see a doctor. I said, no, Mom. And she said, he's a lawyer. I said, no, Mom, but he's Korean, Irish. Our kids will go to any college they want. Okay, and they're going to get a scholarship and a casino, because he's 1/16 Native American. And I'm so grateful that you need to Ancestry.com your boyfriends, okay? That's what needs to happen for marrying for the right reasons. But I don't regret it.
I remember before we got married, Carrie really wanted to get married.
What?
Just like that pressure. I don't know what it was. Because every time I would trip or tie my shoes, she was like, I do.
Can you get down there like that?
I can only do that to
your bad
propose
knee. Yeah.
to my stage wife.
Yeah, seriously.
I already did that.
Well, I don't have it anymore. I had the most beautiful engagement ring. I wish I still had it, but it was so beautiful. It was from Korea, and you couldn't drop it or get it wet. And we had to put it in the freezer at night, but I don't have it anymore because I licked it, and then it's all gone. And so, but it was great.
It took me 12 tries to get it done.
In the claw machine to get my ring. It was so beautiful. We had our engagement party at Chuck E. Cheese, and it was just the ball pit. And if you guys really want to know where COVID started, in the ball pit. And that's why our generation has the immunity of a steel bull, is because we survived the ball pit. And these kids today can't even ride a bike without a 47-point
Well, you guys, the young people, right? They might get a virus from an email.
Yeah,
we
got
were
a virus
tough. We would get
from the ball
strangers
pit.
would lick a stamp and
Yeah.
put it on your letter and then mail it to your house.
Yes.
Good luck.
Or we would go to birthday parties and spit all over the cake and blow out the candles, and then we'd all eat it, because we're tough like that. I think the kids today, they're a little bit wimpy. I'm just saying, in general. And I love you kids, I love you all. But I'm a little afraid, because when I was a teenager, maybe I was in Mexico running from the cops, my kids can't even take out the trash because the driveway is dark, okay? That's what scares me. about the future generation. Like seriously, they can't even play anymore. They're scared to go on the playground. They need Nerf on the playground. I'm like, suck it up on the merry-go-round, reel of death, and see who makes it. Okay?
Yeah, you can't have anxiety going through the drive-thru. I don't want to talk to people.
Anxiety.
They're like Uber Eats, right? They get the Uber Eats, they have to type it in. Just leave it by the door and leave. Go away. Don't look me in the eye.
And that is our children, ladies and gentlemen. That's okay. But
Our moms, though, I remember, like her mom wanted her to marry a doctor, and then my mom wanted me to be a doctor. And they would just hold each other and then just cry.
and that was the wedding. Our wedding was crazy. It was his family Korean, Irish, my family Italian, Irish. It was crazy. It was like a UN meeting with an open bar. It was like crazy.
And everybody drank.
We ran out of alcohol. I kid you not, we ran out of alcohol. And I'm Italian.
All the
that's a lot.
teetotalers.
We had so much
Yeah.
alcohol. And I'm like, my family says they don't drink. What is it about Christians? They become an alcoholic when it's free. Okay, I don't understand. They're like, I would never, maybe. And they drank us under the table. It was crazy.
You're like, maybe just a little communion.
I don't know. A lot of Catholics, Marianne. A lot of Catholics just kicking it back. But we had a fun wedding. Like, you know.
I'm stealing Ryan's impression. This is Ryan's impression.
We don't tour anymore, so we're just kind of winging it up here.
No, I remember getting married. I don't know if you guys got good advice getting married from married people. I didn't really get. You don't usually get that, especially like they're just getting. I'm going to be getting married. Anything actually? Oh, you should get married. Like I know, but should I prepare for anything? What should I get? Oh, you should get married. It's like you go out to the swimming pool and your buddy's in the pool and you're like, hey, is the water cold? They're like, oh, just jump in. You're like, is it shallow or deep or anything? No, just jump in, man. Don't worry, you'll be okay. So you jump in and you're like, oh, it's so cold. And he's like, yeah, you get used to it.
But we had bad premarital counseling. Did you guys go to premarital counseling? Our premarital counseling was the worst. And we had to take this quiz about our personality. And they just looked at us and like, well, you're both bipolar. And it was just like...
And we were like, matching.
I know, yeah. It's bad.
No, I remember though, like every year we would make the call and be like,
Call people.
Because people didn't think we'd make it. We're like, you said we wouldn't make it. You owe us $20.
Yeah, and that was our pastor. And
And then after we got divorced, I would make calls every year and go, you should have went double or nothing.
I would like to start a business and I would do premarital counseling for the bride. Give me the bride. I just need 5 minutes. I would have told you, honey, I'd be like, listen, when you get married, there's going to be a man in your house and he has nowhere else to go. Okay, that's the first thing they will tell you in premarital counseling. And he's going to bring things into your house like a big mouth bass that sings Christmas carols all year long. Okay, you didn't see that when you're dating. Okay, he's going to bring a lazy boy chair from 1997 and it's got duct tape all over it. Okay, that's going next to your shabby chic couch. Okay, he's going to bring, yes, what'd you bring? The chair. So every man has that man chair. That's why God invented the garage. But I'm just saying. And he looks like you've been married a while, but I don't know what he wore before. But when Ron and I got, he's gonna have clothes. I'm talking about shirts that have colors that are ungodly. Okay, they should be illegal. These shirts, I don't know who sells them. And that's when, listen, you gotta be a Christian wife like I am. You gotta pray and just submit, because that's who I am. I'm just a submissive wife. I'm sorry, we have a court order and you better zip it. So I pray because I'm so holy and God answers prayer because he set this fire and all of Ron's shirts got burned. And so he is faithful.
Speaking of things getting burned, when we got married, she would watch all these cooking shows. She watched Rachel Ray,
Love
Martha
Rachel
Stewart,
Ray.
Top Chef.
Yeah.
So I just thought with watching all of those cooking shows, there would be some actual cooking.
Oh, I'm sorry. Does my ex-husband look hungry to you?
Hey. No, I used to get advice before. Okay, marriage is like, I'll give you till another. To me, marriage was like, it's like I used to run my own business. and then I got bought out. So then you're under new management. And your salary's been cut in half. But your workload has doubled.
I
That's
don't
what
know.
happens.
I think though that we've done a really good job. We've been married, and now we've been, I think, divorced longer than we've been married. But I feel like we did a lot of good co-parenting. We have two beautiful children.
I mean, when they were little, it was good.
It was very amicable.
When they became teenagers, there was some trouble.
We had
there was
custody battles.
So many
Like,
fights and
Custody
arguments.
battles are real, you guys. It's a fact of life. We had lawyers. It got ugly. There was judges. It was money, and it got ugly. And I regret that.
I remember
it was
in
bad.
court just yelling at the top of my voice, "Your Honor, my children need to go with their mother."
And I was like, no, I have a drinking problem. And I was like, he's stable.
Well,
He's
they're not my men.
You know, and it was just like, it was hard. We fought hard to get rid of them. And so, but we've come to like a good place in our
Yeah.
life.
And out of the two of them, we know where one is.
Yeah, one is here, and the other one is in the car, and it's fine. I rolled down the window, Sacramento, it's not that hot. And so, I've been telling that joke for so many years, and every time I tell that joke, some little 25-year-old comes up to me and is like, you can't leave your kids in the car because you'll go to prison. I was like, I know that, Amber Lee, now, okay? But I was not. I was raised by an old school mom, and old school moms left their kids in the car for 19 hours, and they did not fear Child Protective Services, right? We were left in the car, there was leather seats, you had a sunburn that said Buick on your thigh. Our moms were not afraid of going to jail. They did not. This is how bad it was. 80s, 90s kids, tell me I'm wrong. This is how bad our parents were. At night, at 10 o'clock at night, every night, the news would come on and ask our parents a question. Do you know where your children are? No, they did not. We were out looking at dead bodies, okay? We were solving a murder. They didn't care. They didn't care about us. We had toys that could kill you. We had darts when we were 5 years old. You guys remember darts? Slip and slide. Remember slip and slide? You just go and slip and slide. You get a concussion. You walk it off. Get back in line.
That's why, like, nowadays, they don't have movies like that with kids, like, exploring things or whatever. It's like, some guy's, like, you know, sitting there and he's like, oh, I got bullied online. What happened? He used 2 commas. You know, what? I don't know what's happening. That's why to get a real adventure thing, they had to go back, like Stranger Things, to the 80s,
Yes.
right? And that's what we did. We, like, found the Upside Down, and we're like, ah!
Yes. Goonies. That's real adventure, for sure. But, I mean, I feel
I really
like...
appreciate Ryan. I
Oh
just
my God.
homage to him.
Well, like I said,
Oh.
we don't have jokes, we just have to bring it up.
We're like, what'd you say? We're like,
We're
married?
like seriously, I'm happy to be on stage with you. I'm glad we're going on tour. We actually are going on tour today, which is kind of fun. And so, yes, to your country, to Dallas. We're going to Texas. And yes, and we're going to Buc-ee's. I'm so excited. If you don't know what Buc-ee's is, it's the store. Anybody know what Buc-ee's is?
It's
We
like,
need a Buc-ee's.
it's like the honeymoon we never had.
Yeah, like Buc-ee's is like where they make jerky out of every animal in Noah's Ark. Like every animal that's ever, and they serve you beaver. I ate beaver nuggets. I don't know what part of the beaver I was eating, but I ate and now they're gonna think that's some weird joke, but you get it, you know. I love Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is like an adult Willy Wonka for people with mullets. I feel like we would all just. But no, I mean we're good. We're like all the people like, why would we come see you? You're divorced. We don't want to see divorced couple. I think married people, they can enjoy our comedy. We're just like you guys. Like we have meals together. He takes out my garbage. What?
Yeah, that's about it. I take out your garbage.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think, what did you do for me?
I gave you children. I gave you your spawn.
Is that a plus?
Yes. See, we're just like all the married couples. We just fight, but now we're doing it publicly. Now we make you feel better.
Monetize it.
Yes.
That's the trick.
We get paid for this. And we make you feel better about your relationship.
Yeah. We're like, and we're glad we're not them.
I'm like worried about them because you did have your armor on, and now the longer we talk, we're like, and then that couple in front of the guy just left. I'm sorry, not a couple. We've all seen the movie. Okay, but anyway.
building you a house right now that you're gonna judge.
Our divorce, I feel like our divorce jokes are kind of savage, but we just are telling the truth. But
Yeah,
we,
because we used to like go and do like big marriage events.
we did big Christian
Christian.
marriage events, just 16,000 people, Family Life Today.
Cruises.
Yeah, it's funny. Oh, by the way, I am doing the Family Life Today Love Like You Mean It marriage cruise. This is not a joke if you want to look it up. In 2026, leaving out of Miami, it's 3,000 people on the boat, and they're all married. And I'm going. So, thank you. Because they could only pick one of us. And so, because anyway, but like we did all, we were like cover magazines, we did couples events, and then we got divorced. And like we were both trying to figure out,
How do we tell? Like we can't do like a cool press release. Was it a unconscious?
I don't know, like
coupling?
uncoupling, like we didn't want to tell the real reason we got divorced, that he spent too much time on Candy Crush, and I decided looks matter. And so, he wrote that joke. He wrote that joke. Told me that wasn't funny. You said it was funny.
So harsh.
You are a savage. He wrote that joke.
This turned mean.
Someone, hands across Ron, please. Hands around. I'm never doing that joke again. You sabotaged me. It'll be funny, Carrie. No, it's not funny. I made fun of Angus, and all your people hate me. Go ahead. Get yourself out of that one. We know the truth.
All right, we'll get back. See him. Well, you know what? You did look fat in those jeans.
See, it doesn't help now because they've already felt sorry for you. It doesn't work. You're going to say that line next time. You're going to say that line, and the audience will turn on you. Look how they turn on you. They're with you, and you're not with you.
I'm gonna say that looks matter,
Yeah,
and the
exactly.
audience will be like, "What's his problem?"
Don't try to be nice to me now. We're not getting back together. Okay, just keep going with your jokes, Skippy.
We're gonna get double divorced.
That's
That's
a
what
new
we're
reality
doing.
show.
So, yeah, right.
Yes. When you marry a comedian, there's no child support, okay? Like, what's 10% of zero, okay?
Child support is when your kids help clean up.
Yeah, our child support. Exactly.
No, I think. Okay, joking aside, marriage matters. It's a good thing, and then
We're gonna clean it up.
I feel like we just didn't have really good role models, right?
There was no role models when we got married. Nobody was out there talking about successful.
I mean, the only real, what was it, like Dr. Phil or something like that?
Horrible.
But he was up there and he was like, well, you can't take water off a cat's back if the cow's going moo moo.
Yeah. We had no one.
I think the only person that could have ever really done justice to like real marriage advice, a show about marriage, about the dangers, the pitfalls, everything, is no longer with us.
Who's that?
He could just, it's dangerous. So you'd have to get someone,
Who?
oh, Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter.
The crocodile hunter. Do you guys
Be a
know who the
great show.
crocodile hunter
I'll just give you a minute to Google it.
is? Yeah.
Is Google still a thing?
Yeah.
They're just on their
Crocodile hunter, Gen Z. Put it in.
No.
I don't get it though.
No,
I don't
because
get
he
it.
had a cool show. I'd watch that show. I'd tune in. He's like, all right, what we're going to do tonight is crazy. Now, as you all know, in this whole world of any species, the most ferocious is the female.
Don't clap for that.
Now, what I'm going to do tonight is not to be trying to home. I'm going to get married.
No. Don't encourage it.
You'll be flipping through the channels one time and you'll just like catch him. He's like, all right, I've been out all night. I turned off me beeper and I haven't called home or nothing. Now what I'm gonna try to do now is sneak back into the lair where I'm rousing the ferocious female. All right, you just try to do it in one fluid movement. Cause you just want. I just got me out! She's got me out!
You guys, thank you so much. are one of the greatest things that Sacramento has to offer. I think this is the greatest theater company in all of Sacramento. I mean, you guys, you don't know, if you're just here because we told you're our friends and you don't know about Royal Stage, they never turn anyone away. If somebody says, I don't have the financial means or, talent to be in the show, it doesn't matter. Everyone gets in the show no matter what, and I don't know a lot of theater companies that are still able to do that, and the only reason that they're still able to do that is because of donors and generous patrons that showed up tonight and bought a ticket and donated. So you guys are literally keeping the lights on in this stage, and please put your hands together for my very, very good millennial friend who only texts me, Miss Tammy Warda.